And a very good evening to everyone and welcome inside the Golf Club 2. I am Coaster Royalty, and we're so glad that you could join us here this evening. We're not going to be playing any golf right now. We are going to do our weekly news and notes show. So here this evening, we're going to be talking a lot about some of the things that are happening in the True North Golf Society and some of the things that are happening right now and some of the things that are going to be happening this weekend. And of course, as we look forward and look ahead to the Ryder Cup, the virtual Ryder Cup that's going to be happening here in just a few weeks. So once again, you are watching the Hooking Slice, but today we are doing the News and Notes show for the True North Golf Society. And so as always, we will start out by looking at the True North Golf Society. We will take a look at the past couple tournaments that we've had. If you've just joined us on the Twitch stream, welcome in. We are doing the news and notes of the True North Golf Society. So we're going to be talking a lot about some of the things that are happening here this weekend with some little special things that we have going on and some announcements and some things that regarding the side games as well. So we've got a lot of interesting news here I want to share with you guys before we get into playing any golf this evening. So if we start off, let's go back to Malster's Invitational. Of course, this tournament was named after Martin, who obviously was one of the donators for the tournaments when we started this. If you're just joining us in the Twitch stream, welcome in. If you guys want to comment in the Twitch stream there, I see that George has started watching. We are doing the news and notes shows. So if you guys want to discuss and comment and talk a little bit while we're doing this, I'll be happy to give your comments a shout out here on the air. But let's take a look back on August the 17th and 18th. This was obviously before the weekend. And let's take a look at what that leaderboard looked like, what the results were, who scored, and all that. And the winner, of course, was Soup Dragon with the English flag, so from England. Was shot a 62.55, so a negative 25, a really, really good second round there, and was able to come out with the victory. So you see there that Goose Arguk, all right, minus 22. John Boy there from Australia comes in at number 3. Our good friend Lou and Jack turned in minus 18 scores in that tournament. So Lou's still playing extremely well because you'll see on the next tournament that he was also really high on the leaderboard. And so you can see there that Matt came in at minus 15. It's Pacholio 5. I know my picture's in the way there, but he is there on the top of the leaderboard. So we'll take a look at the second page here real fast. I'm not going to mention any names. You can see Tim Wilson UK there at minus 13. So he was able to come in at tied for 17th. And so pretty good showing there. We played at a great course, of course. There at the Mo Norman Estates, what a beautiful course. It can be really tough. I did not play extremely well in that tournament, but it was fun nonetheless. And so we want to congratulate once again everyone who participated and, of course, the winners of that tournament. So we'll go back and take a look at the tournament that just concluded yesterday. Cyrus0329, Jack, what's up, buddy? Just sitting here doing the news and notes show, kind of giving some information that needs to be out there, just kind of, getting this stuff so we can get it up on the website. So got some interesting news and some breaking news and things to tell everybody out there in the True North. But we just played on the Wildlife Country Club. Wasn't the greatest course of all time, that's for sure. But I can't complain too much, I guess, considering I ended in the top 5. So that's, and of course, here we got the George and Jack fighting in the Twitch stream. Not that I'm surprised, because we get that all the time online. So as you can see here, the winner of the down but not open, the down but not out open, boy, that's a mouthful to say, was negative 24, and that was Lou, Old Time Gamer 1957, shot a 61.59, so he is, all right, the champion of the down but not out open. Benny Griffey comes in second at minus 23, one shot behind. And there you can see that I came in with a pair of 62s. I shot that last night, and I was extremely happy with that at minus 20. As you can see there, we have some of the names that we always see at the top of the leaderboard here as of late, on the top of the leaderboard once again. If we take a look at the second page of the leaderboard, you can see there we have some names that we don't typically see. So it is nice to see more and more people in the society playing the tournaments and starting to shoot very low scores. That's always good to see, and hopefully we continue to get more and more participation moving forward. And so we'll take a look at what's coming up next here in the True North on the schedule, and that will start tomorrow. We are going to be starting the Toffee Banoffee Cup, which is going to be played at Whiskey River Peaks. And so we look forward to that. Mr. Joey Man, hey, the guys listening. They're still talking back and forth to each other there. So, like I said, we are going to be playing Whiskey River Peaks tomorrow. And we're looking forward to getting as many people to participate in that as we possibly can. So with that, we're going to now take a look, like we always do, at the season stats. And I can tell you that the earnings, this is what we're going to look at here, because I'll have to take a look online at the points because, of course, everything's changed with all of our side games. But Lou is now in the lead, and it has a pretty hefty lead inside of the True North earnings, or the kind of the money leader per se. And so he's at 6,498 total earnings. Goose One Our Guck is right behind, right at 4,965, and JL33 Big Red there in third. And so you can see the top 10 players there. We have Hammy, and then I am number 5 at this current time, and I see that they still haven't fixed the whiteout thing that was supposed to be fixed in this. However, I am at number 5, even though I've only played 5 events. There was one event that I was unable to play because I just didn't have enough time to play it, and I come in at 3,008. So looking forward to hopefully being able to stay in the top 5 on that, but we shall see. And like I said, if you want to go ahead, I'll go ahead and put the points up here, although it's going to be different because this is only going to show what is on the actual site, or what is actually on the True North Golf Society here on the actual game. Of course, we add in side games and things of that nature to the points as well. And I have not added this to the site yet. I will be doing that very soon. So I have not updated the money leaders or anything of that nature yet, but that is something that I'm going to be doing here soon. The trophy room has been updated, so Lou can see his trophy there. But if you go to the clubhouse prior to this week's tournament, we had in first place in the True North Golf Cup standings was Goose Our Guck with 747, but I believe Lou might overtake that. JL33 Big Red is going to be in second place as of right now, but it looks like he will be moved down to third. George, who was in third place, did not have a great tournament, and so we're going to find out if that moves him off the lead. But again, he does have 605 points based on what we have been doing in the side games. He has won quite a few of those, so he is going to be there. Of course, Old Time Gamer on the site still says he's in fourth, but he's going to be moved up to first. And then, of course, Dodgy Shockers came in at fifth. So we'll take a look how that changes things in the top 5 and the point standings once I get that math and get that into my sheet and make sure that I have everything correct there. So we'll take a look at what that looks like moving forward. So that kind of tells you where we're at here in the True North Golf Society as it stands. We're heading towards that first major of the year. And that brings me to the next thing, which is the Virtual Ryder Cup. The Virtual Ryder Cup, of course, will be taking place in the middle of September. And with that, it is August the 23rd. And August the 31st is the last day that we are going to be taking any sign-ups for the Virtual Ryder Cup. So if you are either European, or if you are American and you want to play in this Virtual Ryder Cup that we have set up, you can head on over to the True North Golf website and take a look at the clubhouse section, and you will find a section there called the Virtual Ryder Cup. You can kind of read the eligibility rules, make sure you're eligible to play, read all the instructions and all that, and then sign up if you're interested. We will be choosing one captain for each side who will then choose the players. Now, Tim is going to choose the players that will play for the European side, meaning he's going to choose the 16 or 12 or whatever we're doing, and then I'm going to choose the American ones, and then we're going to choose a captain, and then the captain will be responsible for pairing them up for the 4-ball, and then doing, obviously, who's going to play each other. They'll get together and decide who's going to play each other in the match play. So that's what we have to look forward to there. We're looking for an exciting time in September. And so with that, what I've decided to do, and it will start this Sunday, is I need to get a good idea of how things are going to work with the Virtual Ryder Cup. So what I have done is I have decided to kind of run our own little small match play tournament. And so if you go to the website and you go to the schedule tab and you pull it down, you're going to see something that says match play championships. And we're going to do one of these every month, I think, if it works out very well. We're going to take the first 16 members of the True North Golf Society who would like to play in a match play tournament on Sunday. It's going to start around 1 o'clock, at least that's the hope. And you're going to be paired up in a blind draw just by playing in a bracket system of 16. If you get out of the first round and you win your match, you'll then go to the second round, and then the third round, and the fourth round, obviously the finals. If you win the first round, you will receive 30 bonus points for the True North. If you win the second round, you will earn 50 bonus points. If you win the third round, you will win 75 bonus points. And then if you win the entire tournament, you get a whopping 250 bonus points for the True North Golf Cup. And then the runner-up will receive 100. So you have a lot of chances there to really boost your points if you are behind and you really like the match play idea. Now, we understand that we can't really use the match play as it is intended on the actual game itself. So you're going to be playing live with your opponent, all right? So you're not going to be playing a ghost ball or anything like that. You have to make sure that you and your opponent are in the game at the same time. And you will just either get in a party with one another and do the math and make sure who wins what holes and keep track of it yourself. And we'll take care of it that way, considering the game does not allow us to play match play with live, rivals. So that's how we're going to go about doing that. That will take place on Sunday. You can go read the rules. The one thing I haven't kind of mentioned to the guys yet, it's really the first time that I've mentioned it because I just put the rules up there today, is that every single match will be played at a different course. So, if it was myself and Tim playing in a match, we might be playing at, I don't know, Valhalla, where if George and Jack were playing against each other, they might be playing at Whiskey River Peak. So it's just going to be random. I'm going to put 16 courses out there, 8 courses, and each one of the matches is going to be played at one of those. And then there'll be different courses for the quarterfinals, for the semifinals, and for the finals. So that's the way it's going to work. We're going to just see how that works and see if we can have a little bit of fun with that moving forward. Looking forward to that on Sunday. Now, of course, we also have the side games that we have been running on every Saturday and Sunday as well. This Saturday we have 3 games for people to be involved in. So if you are still looking for something to do on Saturday, we have a game, I believe, at 2, at 5, and at 9. We're going to be playing birdies and bogeys. We're going to be playing killer golf, and we're going to be playing one of the new games this weekend called Vegas Golf. And then today I was talking to Martin, one of our good friends here at the True North, and he sent me about 4 or 5 new side games that we are going to be testing out and trying out. Some of those are going to be things like Beat the Bomb, a game called Wolf. We also have a game called Triple Threat, and there's a couple others that we are going to kind of test the waters out with over the next few days and over the course of the next week and decide if those are going to be games that people would enjoy, and we could add those into our side game schedules for the weekend. I know that I've had a lot of people who've been thanking me for really getting this going and keeping things fresh. People tend to like that, and so we want to make sure that we keep doing that. I appreciate all the kind words from everyone who has continued to give me props for the things that I'm doing. I know Tim is gone right now. Of course, Tim is on his vacation or on his holiday. For those people who are in England, I use both, holiday, vacation, same thing. And so we look forward to him coming back, but I am going to try and keep things going and keep things fresh for us as much as we possibly can moving forward. So with that, like I said, I wanted to make this short and sweet. I didn't want to keep everybody too long, but I did want to kind of put this out there to everyone about some of the things that are happening here in the near future for the True North Golf Society. So with that, we'll wrap up our news and notes show. I will be back here in just a few minutes to play a round of golf and stream that round live here on the Twitch stream. But for now, we will wrap things up. You have been watching the Hooking Slice and the News and Notes Show. And for everyone at the True North Golf Society, I am Coaster Royalty. Have a good evening.